U.S. Dark Fleet blockade near Venezuela shakes oil markets and stokes regional tensions. Far from public view, a high-stakes chase is unfolding on the Caribbean Sea. For the third time in 2 weeks, the U.S. Coast Guard is tracking a tanker accused of helping Venezuela evade oil sanctions, part of what Washington calls a dark fleet of shadow vessels. The latest ship, identified as Bella 1, is reportedly under a judicial seizure order and suspected of sailing under a false flag. It follows the earlier seizures of the Centuries and the Skipper, tankers accused of transporting sanctioned Venezuelan crude to Asia. Venezuela's government has denounced the operations as international piracy and vowed to take the case to the United Nations. President Donald Trump has gone further, announcing a total and complete blockade on sanctioned tankers moving in or out of Venezuela. U.S. officials say the goal is to cut off funding for what they describe as a narco-terrorist regime, and to punish networks that profit from sanctions-busting oil trades. Critics in Congress warn the campaign risks a dangerous military escalation and could bypass legislative oversight. Oil analysts are watching closely. Venezuela's exports have already slowed, and repeated seizures could tighten global supply, just as winter demand peaks in parts of the Northern Hemisphere. If Asian buyers hesitate to touch Venezuelan barrels, shipping patterns and prices for similar grades of crude may shift across the Atlantic and Pacific markets. For ordinary Venezuelans, the picture is more complex. The country's economy is already battered by years of crisis, sanctions, and underinvestment in its oil industry, and further disruption could deepen shortages and inflation. At the same time, many opposition voices see the seizures as leverage that might force Caracas back to negotiations on elections, human rights, and foreign debt. Beyond Venezuela, this showdown raises uncomfortable questions for the global system. Who controls the seas when sanctions collide with freedom of navigation? And if more countries start using their navies to enforce unilateral economic measures, could the gray zone between law enforcement and conflict become the world's next flashpoint?